ostracised, I decided that that wasn't going to happen again. So I was at a secondary school, a big comprehensive, where it was streamed, and I was in the middle stream, and I could coast. And I was with a whole load of football hooligans, and I turned into a tough nut. I was a hard guy.
Did the teachers recognise you had this disability?
They did, but I was a quiet boy, despite being able to sort of hit people. And so if you're quiet, you just drift away. I had a couple of good teachers who did spot it and were supportive. My art teacher and a history teacher, and yeah, I'm very grateful to them actually, because they finally got me tested when I was about 16. And that was a big relief. Anyway, so crawling along, yes?
So can I just say that because I must go to my
Yeah, okay, see you.
Yeah, sorry. I just say to everybody, I'm dyslexic. I can say it now, but at school it certainly wasn't recognised. You're lazy, you're stupid, why can't you do this, why can't you do that? Nobody spotted I couldn't read the blackboard. Nobody realised I needed glasses, I also were hearing aids. That wasn't spotted either. And I had to get to university. I got to King's, don't ask how, I just worked like hell. And when I got there, they said, and they had me diagnosed, and you don't know the relief that I felt. And what I'm saying is it's not spotted now because my grandson who I bring up is also dyslexic, not in the same way as I am, but he's not bad enough, he's just on the borderline. So tough luck. Yes. So that's why I say the education system is failing our children. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I will let it go.
Okay, that lady there.
Hi, Tom. I'm really sorry I missed part of your talk, but I've interviewed you about your dyslexia.
Yeah.
One of the things that's fascinated me about you is your absolute obsession and fascination with the written word now.
Yeah.
So going from your journey from being dyslexic and tough guy dyslexic to your fascination to the written word and the poems that you write as well. Can you just tell people about this fascination with the written word in terms of your dyslexia? Why are you so fascinated when it's been such a problem and an issue for you in the first place?
Well, I think it's back to being read to. The words that was told to me, you didn't have to read them. My mum would read the stories and the language would come out. I mean, reading's quite a late thing. We've only been doing it for a couple of thousand years. As human beings, we've been wandering around the planet quite happily not reading. But telling stories and talking and communicating, that's what makes us human. And I'm really excited because there's going to be a prehistoric art thing at the British Museum. So I suppose I see art as a form of narrative, but words, like were you here for the my epileptic fits? The sort of, some people say that dyslexia has a sort of hearing problem, so you mishear. That's one of the theories. So the thing about language is you can trip up. Something sounds like something else, and you go onto a little flight of fantasy. And so language does that. It can take you to another place very, very easily and sort of magically. And Yeats was dyslexic, and his dad was a painter, and his dad taught him how to read and write. And Yeats was a great poet. So I think being dyslexic doesn't mean that you don't like language. I think it means you listen to language quite hard. Something goes, like, were you here when I had my radios on?
No.
Oh, right. Sorry, folks.
Do it without introducing some degree of strategic incoherence. Into the structure's effects.
So you've got to listen very hard to read And so words matter.
So it was always to a general case
so
that if you were to achieve the goals set out in the strategic development.
So it's bloody tiring, but you do get to listen. The ones that go in, you really get to listen to, and you sort of, oh yeah, that's a fascinating word. The reason why I'm the great Zucchini is what a great word, and what a dull little vegetable it is. You know, what's a word like that, a name like that? Why does it belong to this little stunted sort of cucumber? It makes no sense. So language, yeah. I love. But the good thing about poems is they don't take up lots of room and they don't need dusting. So
does memory have something to do with dyslexia as well?
yeah, I think so. Short-term memory. I can, you know, if someone says, you know, go up there, get the blue sponge, the red bucket, and the the broom.
Yeah.
I'll generally come back with one or two of them. But very unlikely I'll have three, you know. And yet I can remember exactly what it was like putting the sixpences in that bloody machine and not getting my milk, not getting my chocolate milk. So it's, yeah, I think it's a memory thing. It's, yeah.
Can it make you more sensitive, more intuitive?
I don't know. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I would say that
because what you're lacking in one, you make up for in another.
well, I think it's hopefully it works that way, and I think it might do, and I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'd like to think it does, but I'd have probably been very, very sensitive anyway, even if I didn't have dyslexia. That's what I have to think.
Why? Why do you say that?
Oh, just because I'm a big head.
Sensitive or touchy?
Both, actually, very touchy. If you get told too many times that you're stupid and you got it wrong, you're going to get nasty. You're going to get you either internalize it or you send it out. But the chances are you're going to be an angry bunny. And yeah, I would say I was an angry bunny.
Well, dyslexia can happen to any person in general.
As far as I can see, yeah, it's like a national lottery, only with dyslexia. It's, oh, it's going to be you. Anyway, I don't know. It's probably time to wrap up, unless people want to talk amongst yourselves or talk about anything. Oh yeah, so let's have a raised hands. Is it a gift or a curse?
But
It's a gift. It's a gift.
It's a gift. Okay, hands up for the gift. One, two.
Because you see it in a different way of seeing things. And people with high functioning dyslexics work very hard. And they see, and what was very interesting what Coleman said about his obsession with the word, because he's had to work so hard with words, he's now fascinated by them and sees them almost as a form of beauty. And there's a gift there. An absolute gift that Coleman's talking about.
Well, we should find out which ones vote for it as a gift,
Yeah.
and who
Okay.
who voted if it's a gift is actually dyslexic.
I've seen 3 gifts. How many curses? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a hand? Yep. I'm afraid the curses have outweighed. Anyway.
how about those people that feel it's a bit of both?
Okay, a bit of both. And are those who thought it was a bit of both, are mainly they dyslexic or?
I'm dyslexic also.
Okay, so it's
I'm
the
not.
Parliament.
How many gifts did you have, Coleman?
How many what?
How many gifts were there?
How many gifts? Okay, how many gifts? Sorry, I've got to do it again. 1. Oh, we can. This was the yes. And it's about agitprop. Okay, now which greedy bastards have a thing like this? Pay your tax, you Starbuckers. And a Christmas tree is just for Christmas, not for life. Ta-da!
further discussion, and how fast do we have dyslexia?